Opemipo Oyebadejo, and she is an experienced, Commonwealth scholar. She's gotten the scholarship, and that's why I feel like she's the best person to, take this workshop. So, in case you are not, you've not heard about the scholarship before, I'll just give a brief overview. You know, oh, sorry, my video went off. Can you hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. Am I audible, please? Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. So the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship is a collaborative scholarship because it's a joint initiative between the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission and some UK universities, and is meant to support talented students from developing Commonwealth countries. So this means students who normally cannot afford tuition or living costs in the UK, they are the ones who are granted this opportunity. But the primary goal of this scholarship is actually to equip talented individuals with the skills. Oh, sorry, just realized my video was not on. Okay. So with the skills and knowledge they can use to develop their home countries. So whatever topic or course you're applying for masters, it's exclusively for masters taught postgraduate courses. So whatever courses you're applying for, it must be in line, must be one of the development goals, must be among one of the development goals. So it could be a theme maybe under health or climate action or technology. But then the main point is that whatever it is that you're applying for, those who are giving the scholarship, they expect you to take back that knowledge back to your home country and apply it there. So you're supposed to aid in the development of your home country. So it offers a wide range of opportunities, access to a global network of other scholars like Mr. Opemipo, so it's a very exclusive scholarship, and that is why she is here to take us through the application process, what it's all about, how is it to get the scholarship, and what are the benefits that come with it. It's fully funded, by the way, meaning your fare, your living expenses, your tuition, everything is covered. So you can see that's why it's very competitive. So I don't know if Mr. Kwenkwa is available now. If you are, please can share your screen and go on.
Yes, give me a minute. Hi, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, can you hear me too? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Opemipo. As she has introduced, I was a recipient of the Commonwealth Scholarship in 2023. And it's an honor to be called on to mentor people who want to become Commonwealth scholars. So I'm happy to be here. I'm glad. And I hope that after this session, you guys are able to go back with something useful, helpful. And I've tried to put together very, very important information that are going to be useful. Some are from the website, and some are also part of the things that I used during my time and worked out pretty fine. Okay, so I would already talked about the program overview, so I don't think I have to really say much about it. It's a fully funded scholarship. It focuses on sustainable development goals. It's for emerging leaders. You get fully funded 1 year sponsorship to study in the university you choose. Sorry, my system is. Give me a minute, please. Okay, here we go. So down to the eligibility. She has talked about the project overview. So down to the eligibility. Yeah, eligible criteria. So first, you must be like a permanent resident in an eligible Commonwealth country, and Nigeria is one of it. And then by September, you should have finished. If you're currently in school, by next September, you should be ready to go into the university to start your master's degree, and you should have at least held like a previous undergraduate degree, and then you should be available. Yes, I've stated then, and then you should not be able to afford to go to the university in UK, which is like the reason why you want to do the scholarship in the first place. And then you should be able to provide all supporting documents, which I'll be stating moving forward. The good news is there's no age limit for the application, and not all applicants who have already studied masters in the university before are eligible. So if you want to go, if you've studied in the UK before and you want to do this masters again, you have to have like a serious point, and the possibility of being granted the masters is quite low. Now, here is the mandatory supporting documents that you'll be needing. You need a proof of citizenship to say that, okay, you're from one of the eligible countries. You need a valid passport to prove this. Our normal Nigerian passport, of course, is very, very valid. And then you need the document, yeah, your academic transcript, the full documents for if you had like maybe you somebody that has studied you've done your masters, you need your masters, maybe a masters in Nigeria, you need your masters transcript, your undergraduate transcript, and it should be well detailed, your course listed out, and everything that you've studied and skills that have been acquired should, and your grades should be in your academic transcripts, which should be what should be in transcript. And then the next is that you should have a minimum of, you will need a minimum of 2 references, but in the application, you usually drop like 3 references, not the document, but 3 names of people that can actually reference you. But you would be needing to submitting like 2 references moving forward. And then your document should be in PDF format. That's for the reference. It should be signed by your referee, and your reference should have most like an institutional aid or like an email that shows who the sender is, and like, or maybe like the organization that the sender is. how the sender, the organization the sender is like maybe working with or working for or stands for, or something that gives the name, that clearly shows the name and the information of the sender. And it's always advisable that out of your 2 references, you get one from your employer and then one from like a professor. And then get one from like a professor. Okay, so you must be able to upload all these documents when it is required, not after the application deadline has passed. If you're not able to meet up with all these things, you'll be considered as eligible for the application. Now, the application timeline, usually it starts by September 2. So I'd imagine that the application is open now and you have to apply through the CSC website, the system, that the website, the place where you have to fill in all this information. And then by November, December, the individual nominators deadline is usually around that side. So they have to nominate who they will be giving the sponsorship to. So I didn't put it here, but the Commonwealth, there is the Commonwealth Masters and there is the Commonwealth Shared. So for the Commonwealth Masters, you'll be nominated by it's usually by countries and by non-governmental organizations. There are some on the website. There are nominating bodies that can nominate for Commonwealth Masters. But in Nigeria, if you want to use this, like the Federal Ministry of Education, that's where you get the information for how they go about being nominated for the Commonwealth Masters. But I did the Commonwealth Shared. For the Commonwealth Shared, you are being nominated by the university. So in this case, you have to check the Commonwealth website and find out the list of universities that are accredited by the Commonwealth and the courses that you can also apply to for this, because this scholarship doesn't cover all universities and all courses. So there is the Commonwealth developmental themes that your course must fall under. And if it does fall under this, that is when you have a chance to know that, okay, this will be sponsored most likely in a university of my choice. And then you have to be sure that yes, it is, because there are also some criteria, some rules that makes a university eligible or makes them able to give out this sponsorship. So you have to find out all this information on the Commonwealth website. So by November, December, the nomination begins, and then by December, the nominators reach out to the to CSE about their candidate and all stuff like that. And then by July, the candidates get information that they have been nominated. And then by September, October, from July, September, October, you start processing your visa, and then you would, by God's grace, if you all apply, you guys will all get it, and you all will be there September, October 2026. There are important notes about the timeline. You have to start your application early. You cannot edit your applications after you submitted, and then you have to check individual nominators deadline. Like I said, there are different universities, different courses. Each has different deadlines for submitting your application. So you have to be sure of this. And you have to also allow time to apply to the university. I know it's too late to be saying this now because the application is already opened. But then anything you have to do now, if you've not started, you have to start now. Immediately after this is over, you have to start browsing and seeing any university that is still open for application if possible and all that. But you have to be able to try your best to meet up with this because the application is already open. Okay, so selection criteria. So when you've done your application and you want to select the nominating bodies or those involved in, like, these are some of the things they go through, and this you can also find on the website. And if you can follow these things, if you can put this in mind, like a backbone for your essays or for anything you're writing during your application, I promise you that you'll be able to put out a good essay and put out a good application. So the first one is the candidate merit. So they check your academic experience, your achievements. They're looking for excellence. They're looking for a pattern, your academic pattern, and they're looking for your achievements therein. And then the next thing they check is, because you have to submit, if you say you have a research, or the reason why you're going to university, or you have something, they will check the quality of your research proposal. They'll check if you chose the appropriate course, the appropriate school. They'll check, like, you want to go and study aquaculture, or you want to do something based in aquaculture, and your background has nothing to do with aquaculture. To be like, nothing at all, not, and you don't have any experience there, and then they will know that this person doesn't really know what he's doing. So they will check how realistic and achievable your objectives are, and your choice of course. They will relate it to also your work experience and your academic background, and also like your achievements in terms of voluntary actions that you've done, how it has related to all this. They will be checking it, and it will be related to your the quality of also your research proposal, what you want to go to school to study, like the purpose of you going, the results you want to get from it. They will be checking how all that connects and how all that relates, and how all that the result and the objectives, how it's going to actually create like a sustainable development impact. And then the potential impact on development. Now they will check how credible your plan for contributing to your home country development is, how it connects to the CSC development teams. Please make sure you go through the CSC development teams. I didn't have time to put them here, but you have to know which one you fall under. You have to be able to link it up with the sustainable development goals, link it up with your goals, link it up with your plan, link it up with everything that you're doing and everything that you are stating, because that is what the scholarship is all about. Sustainable development teams, sustainable development goals, and your goals must align with these. Now, a clear identification of beneficiaries. When you are having a plan or a project to have an impact, development impact on a certain population or local community, you have to state it. You have to show them you know who your beneficiaries are. You know the people who are impacted by the problem that you've identified, and you know what they need, and you know who they are, and you are working for them. You have to show that it's not just about what it's about, what you want that is going to affect some people, and those people are the beneficiaries. So you have to identify who those people are, where those places are, and it can be age group, it can be female or male, it can be in terms of gender. Maybe you're focusing on the women, or you focus on the well, your age group, you're focusing on children from 10 to or teenagers. You have to show them that you have a clear definition, imagination of the people that you are trying to impact, and how it contributes to the sustainable development themes and goals. You have to have a realistic and measurable outcome, and then evidence of ability to deliver impact. Your outcomes must be realistic. It cannot just be vague. It cannot just be, I want to, by the time I'm back, or you want to do something that is going to impact the whole world. It's a good one, but it's too vague. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be specific. It has to be location specific, and specific, time specific, and all that. And you have to have evidence that you can actually give that impact. Like now, I'm an aquaculturist or fish farmer. I cannot say I want to go and affect. I want to go and do something that has to do with what's the wildest thing? Petroleum, really, maybe. But really, like, I cannot say I want to go mining petrol. So this is out of concept. But right now, I can't seem to get the right ones to like. But you have to show that you have the skills that, okay, I'm an aquaculturist. I'm going to train women in aquaculture. Yes, I'm an aquaculture. I have the skill. You have to do something in your scope, in your profession, something in your field, and you have to show that you can actually make that impact with the skills that you have, the connection that you have, you understand, and the experience that you've gained. Now you have to link every answer in your application to these three criteria. It will help you move forward. Now writing yeah. So there is I wanted to also put like just check the website before you start your application. You get more information on the things you would need during your application. I have stated the eligibility criteria, I've stated the documents that you will need, and what you might be needing else is the essays. Please check the website. I'm not sure I put enough information about the essays here, but I put something enough for it to keep you going, and I hope your questions will also arise more information that I might have skipped in the slide. So yes, we've done this. So the next thing is you writing a compelling personal statement. So I think when you're writing your essays, we have like 4 different essays, but I was told to talk about personal statement because if we were to dive into everything, it'd probably take a long while. So for the personal statement, you start with your personal background. For me, I started with my personal background. And if you want to start, you can start your essay with probably a very strong statement that shows what motivated you, or something you've heard something somewhere that motivated you, or an experience that you've had. A strong statement of a goal, a problem statement, a statement of something that of a motivation, something that really sparked the 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 goal in you, the passion, that's stirred up the passion to want to do this, do whatever you were doing. So the first, in your personal brand, you have to connect your life experiences to your development motivation. What happened to you? What made you decide that this is what you want to study and this is what you want to do? Tell us a story of where it started from. Tell us what happened. Just tell us a good story. Don't tell us the story that a story that would not really hit. You would start it somehow. Start it in a very attractive, in interesting way. You see, show authenticity in your journey. Let it be your journey. Like when you're telling the story of your personal statement, show authenticity. Don't I don't know how to put it. If I see people's essay and I read people's essay, I can tell that, oh no, don't say this way, this way. But now I can't really explain. But don't show authenticity. Show that it's your story. Don't say somebody, somebody, somebody. Say I, me. That is it. Then explain what drives your commitment, what's taking you through, what's pushing you through now. So you start your personal background, you connect your life experience to your development motivation, you show authenticity in your journey, and you explain what drives your commitment. Then the next thing is your significant contributions. Now, after you've said what's brought up, you started your journey, you talk about how so far, since you've gotten the inspiration, what you've done about it, how you've developed yourself, how you've improved yourself. So now you highlight your specific achievements, that is, things you have done to solve this particular problem that you've chosen to work up. You use concrete examples with numbers of evidence. You give examples of when you had to do something to solve that particular problem that you found out, how you had to, while you were faced with some challenging, when you were faced, because there is no story that doesn't have its ups and downs. So put the ups and put the downs, and when you're putting the downs, talk about how you were able to overcome the downs. Talk about how, after overcoming the downs, how you're able to also make some strategic decisions, how you're able to make sacrifices, and your achievement. And when you made your achievement, the impact it made, and the impact your achievements made, how you have followed up on that impact, and that you also know how that impact is going, and how also that experience has made you more skillful, has given you more connection, and made you more ready for the future, for future advancement and growth. Now, show the existing impact in the community or field. Yeah, that's all that I have just explained. how you overcome your barriers. That's what I'm saying. So when you were doing all this, when you started your experience in school, everything, how you have overcome these barriers during this your experience, then community challenges in accessing education, how you have preserved. Now, this is depend on the things that you have been doing in terms of the impact that you have been trying to make, in terms of the voluntary activities that you have been doing, in terms of the skills you have tried to acquire to equip yourself in order to make this social impact and all that. And then the leadership and voluntary activities, you have to give examples of how you've had been in leadership roles, the voluntary works that you've done, how you engage community, how you made this impact, how you've created a network of people working together, how you've networked, how you've kept your networks, and how you've used your networks to make impact. And you have to give numbers. You have to be specific with this your examples. When you give an example that I went to do an outreach and empowered, you have to say I empowered like 20 women, and from these women they were able to moving forward impact other people, and I was able to equip them with constant consultation services like that. So you have to give good examples, detailed examples of the process, of your challenges, your ups, your downs, of your skills acquired during this process, and every other important good thing. And also, if you were awarded during this process, please state your achievements. State that, oh, because I was able to empower 5 women, the Baale of the community awarded me as the right hand side chief. Gave me one plot of farm for coconut farming. To be creative, man, and say whatever you got from this, whatever step or door this experience opened for you, state it, say it. You can never be too boastful when you're writing or talking about yourself, really, especially in a competitive process like this, in such a scholarship. And then common mistakes to avoid: being too generic. Don't write statements that could apply to anyone. Make it your unique story. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like don't be too don't talk about okay. Fine. Don't say in Nigeria my families were poor. Every other person's family is poor. But then say something that I don't know how to put it. Just don't be too generic. Don't write a statement. Don't go and take somebody's word and use it as yours. Don't do that. Use your own. Say something that you strongly believe in. Say something that has worked for you or something that has kept you going. Make it your unique story. Don't focus only on your academics. Don't talk too much about I have grades. Show that you had grades. In fact, you have good grades, but yet you were able to still do so many good things, help people. You were still able to make impact. You were still able, in fact, connect your good grades to making impact. Say that, oh, I learned this in school, and while I was having good grade, I learned this, I knew about this, and then I had to go back and help people with this knowledge that I was able to acquire. You know that, okay, this person, yes, knows book and is still using, is intelligent and brilliant and still using it to make impact. Don't just say, oh, I got good grades in school and I was awarded for my good grades. Okay, nice. They want that too for making more than just your grades. Don't ignore development focus. Now, every element should connect to sustainable development goals. Yeah, that's what I said. Everything you're doing, have a sustainable development goal that you're targeting at. All the things you're doing should be targeted towards attaining that sustainable development goal. And it shouldn't just be about your personal advancement. It shouldn't just be about the fact that you want to just go and improve yourself and add more skills and knowledge to what you have. But the fact that the reason why you're going there is because you want to come back to Nigeria and come and fix the problems in Nigeria. That is your aim and objective. And there's a particular goal that you have in mind that you are going to fix, that you're going to sort. Now, instead of telling, instead of showing. Now, when you're writing your essays, do not say, I did this. Now, what it means, you can't really show picture and stuff like that. I did this by going to meet this, doing this, and I was able to make this impact. I was able to make this impact, and 20% of people were able to change their mind about something. Let's say you're targeting pollution. I was able to do this in this particular community. Yet I was able to lead, okay, like example, 12 volunteers training 200 teachers. You understand? I was able to do this and give this percentage of impact. Always states like be quantitative or qualitative in your experience when you're stating your impact. 20% of people, 100 people, 50 women, 10 children. Let them know that, in this community, in this area. So they'll know that, okay. And some people, maybe they might check online, I don't know. But be specific, be quantitative or qualitative in showing the impact that you've made, the quality of the impact that you have made. And then don't make it all about you. Show you will serve your country, and if you're going to come back to your country and be a superstar, save your country. The golden rules: be specific with your examples and evidence, be authentic, tell your true story, be development focused in every paragraph. Every paragraph, show that is the goal. You identify the problem, you identify the problems. I don't know if I was okay. So let me just state this. So when you're identifying your problem, remember, you are for the local community. First of all, right now you are a local champion. Most of us are local champions right now. So the problem must always be from the grassroots. The problem must come locally, must be a local problem, then you will now gradually take that problem that is locally and take it and make it a national problem. And then from national problem, show the possibility of being a world problem. So they'll know that, okay, yes, you have people that you are planning to target the problem from the root. From the root, it will give effect to national level, global. So always your story should, when you are stating your problem should be a problem that can affect the world. From, let's say, food hunger. You say hunger is affecting the problem, but yeah, Nigeria is the one suffering from that hunger pass. And then now focus on one community that you came from. That community, that's where the hunger gongo is living. That is where you were born, in the middle of that hunger. So your problem is to elevate that hunger from that root. Now, you are going to elevate that hunger from that root. You have been doing things to solve problems of that hunger. You have created initiative. You have volunteered for initiative to share food, to educate people in any way. You have to also show skills in everything you're doing. Now, if you say you were educating people, of course, your background must be, you must have the skill to educate. You must have the skill. You must have empowered yourself. Put it also that you've been, while you are trying to empower people, you have been empowering yourself to be able to empower people. You've been going to school, and while you were in school, you've taken some courses about leadership, as a project management, and this has helped you to help others. And as you're helping others, doors have been opening for you. You've been getting opportunities that have been helping you to develop yourself the more. And at this point, you've gotten to the height of development that you can do that yourself and in the country. And because of this, you want to take a step further to a university, to a school where you are going to get very much better equipped and skills, with more skills to be able to do more impact. Because the more you get better, the more impact you're doing, the more you expand your knowledge, your skill, your horizon, your connection, your network, the more impact you've been able to make. So you have to show them from the beginning to the end that you are growing and you'll be making impact, and they'll know that, okay, this person, we can send this person to the UK and this person will come back and do something very important for the country. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, that is all. That is all I have for you for now. I wish you all the best. Remember, this scholarship is about creating sustainable development impact in your home country. So be specific, authentic, innovative, and strategic. Make a difference. I wish you guys all the best and all the luck in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please let's give our trainer round of applause. Kindly permit me to steal the show from Mayokun, our wonderful coordinator. So I want to just chip in some few things before I hand over back to our wonderful coordinator. Please, can we give our trainer, facilitator, a round of applause? A round of applause. Please, let's give a round of applause. And quick one before I say what I want to say. I have a very exciting news. I have a very exciting news. Before I drop the news, I want to know, please, in the chat box, kindly share your what are your hot points, hot points, hot points, hot points, hot points, hot points, hot points. Yes, yes, yes. What